We're back. This is Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk on AM 650. Now here's your host, Tyler Green.
Like Kia Vancouver on Facebook and be entered to win 4 tickets to see the Vancouver Whitecaps play LA on April 19th. Draw date is Tuesday, April 15th. Do so soon. Plus, buy a new Kia from Kia Vancouver and get a pair of match tickets with your purchase. Plus, be entered to win a pair of season tickets online, KiaVancouver.com, or in-store, Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon. Good evening. Just about to wrap things up here on Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk, but first, let's check in with Simon Fudge for the debut edition of Hot Fudge, the one thing you must do, see, listen to, eat this week. Simon, what's today's recommendation for Hot Fudge?
It's going to Kit's on West Broadway and taking in the cuisine at Modern Burger. The place is just excellent. We were there earlier tonight. Try the shake, the burger, the fries, and ask Peter to show you how to do a fry rack.
Definitely. There you go. Modern Burger. Hot Fudge, his suggestion this week. Joining us now on the line from the future in Norway is Declan Hill. Declan is a writer of The Fix, numerous books to his name, talking about corruption in the game of soccer, whether it's bribe scandals, players taking payouts to throw matches. Declan, it's such an interesting topic, and we've just got you here for a short bit of time, but some new info coming out this week about Preston North End, and it seems like every single week there's just more and more of this corruption in the game, gambling scenarios, etc. It seems like it's never going away, does it?
Well, what's happening, and I realize we've got a brief time, so I'm happy to come back at a better time, is that there's a globalization of sports gambling. So the same phenomenon, globalization, which all our listeners know, it's affected many of our the internet, blah, 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 all these different industries. It's actually hit the sports gambling industry. So now you've got this huge, literally hundreds of billions of dollar sports gambling market. Much of that cash, much of the liquidity is out in Asia, China, Korea, blah, blah, blah. And those bettors, those markets are betting on the small teams like Preston North End. I'm actually, as you began the show by saying, I'm out here in Norway. There's been a big scandal here in their 3rd division. I mean, this is a town. These are small places, like 2,000 people, and it's now worthwhile fixing these teams because of this offshore cash.
Declan, you've commented before about how behind soccer authorities have been to try and really get on top of this problem around the world. Can you just touch on their slowness to get on top of these issues?
Yeah, there's 2 issues. One is actually the European Soccer Association, UEFA, I think has actually been very, very good, very proactive, and has worked hard. In fact, when my first book came out, they flew me over to Switzerland and said, okay, we've all read your book. What should we do? They set up an integrity unit. It was very good. FIFA and, sadly, our own Canadian Soccer Association are an embarrassment, particularly our Canadian Soccer Association. There's a league out in Ontario and Quebec called the Canadian Soccer League that has had numerous fixing alerts. These international monitoring associations have said there's something going on in Canada. For the older listeners like myself, we all remember the greatest soccer team Canada ever had, or at least our national team, which got to the 1986 World Cup. That was broken apart by match fixing, where a number of the players on that team took cash for fixing games. In fact, they took cash to lose a game against North Korea. So Canada has a long, sad history of allowing fixing into soccer. And, really these cowardly officials of the Canadian Soccer Association who really should grow up and get some courage and start fighting this properly.
Declan, obviously there's so much to get into, and you said it. We'd love to have you on again to get more in depth in this, but
to come back.
But just wanted to get you on here for a quick taste, and we'll definitely touch base once you're back in Canada here. Thanks for joining us.
I would love that, Tyler. Thanks for having me on. All
Perfect.
the best.
Declan Hill joining us from Norway, from the future. Talking just ever so briefly about the match fixing, and we're definitely going to get Declan on again to get more into this because it's a problem that just won't go away. Time now for another Fine Cut .com. The final cut today. What MLS team does Vancouver hate very much? The winner tonight, Justice Paladin, TFC because it's Toronto, FC Dallas because they're dirty, divey. See you next Tuesdays. Congrats. You're going to head to anotherfinecut.com. Get a haircut courtesy of Martin and the boys at anotherfinecut.com. A hot shave or a haircut. Congrats. 3 locations, Gastown, Yaletown, and the Financial District. Highly recommended. Simon's getting one this week. That does it for us, for the crew here at Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk, including executive producer Christina, contributor Simon Fudge, and producer Dangerous Dwayne Bishop. My name's Tyler Green. Thank you for listening. You can download the podcast at am650radio.com. Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk returns next Saturday at 10 right here on AM650.
This is Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM650. Follow us on Twitter at SoccerTalk650 and at Tyler Green FC.